This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi there, I'm Kaylee O'Kelly with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Nearly 150,000 acres now destroyed as two major wildfires rage in Arizona. We begin with the Telegraph fire. Burning to the west of Globe, it is now the 10th biggest fire in our state's history, with more than 76,000 acres and at least 5 structures destroyed. For perspective, it's about 3 times the size of Tempe. There is some good news to share. This fire is now 18% contained, so some progress being made there. On the east side of Globe, the Mescal fire, it's burned 66,000 acres. Evacuation orders have been lifted for all communities except East El Capitan, and fire officials say it's 23% contained. So with these wildfires, we are seeing the impact of the western drought. So many areas of Arizona are extremely dry from very little rain. So this week, things are going to hit critical levels. The Bureau of Reclamation is saying Lake Mead is going to hit its lowest level since the construction of the Hoover Dam. You guys, that's back in the 1930s. Lake Mead and Hoover Dam both sit along Arizona's border with Nevada, and the lake does provide drinking water for some people in our state. Hoover Dam generates electricity, but as the water levels drop, so does the output of power. Now, the Western Area Power Administration says Hoover Dam normally generates enough power daily to provide electricity to 8 million people. On Tuesday, the output showed a drop of roughly 25%. Services will get underway this evening for a fallen Phoenix police officer killed in a crash. It's been a little more than a week now since the death of Gennaro New. The officer's patrol SUV was hit by someone driving a car in North Phoenix. Investigators say that driver was also killed. He ran a red light and was impaired. Now, we did catch up with Officer New's police partner, who's understandably devastated.
I think that the best way that I'm going to honor him is just by doing good police work and caring about people and doing a good job when I respond to calls, and I think that will honor his life.
Officer New, just 27 years old, just 2 years into his career. As for the services for Officer New, a visitation will be held tonight from 5 to 7 at Hanson's Mortuary, and then Thursday a funeral service starting at 9 in the morning at Dream City Church on Cave Creek Road. Well, a major medical breakthrough to share with you, providing some hope, and there's also some controversy when it comes to a new drug for Alzheimer's patients. The FDA approving a new medication from Biogen. The first of its kind treatment targets destructive proteins that form in the brain, preserving cognitive function in patients. But despite the excitement, letters from prestigious medical organizations had fierce objections over its approval, calling the trial data inconclusive.
The data from the studies that led to the FDA approval were a bit conflicting. So one study showed no benefit, another study showed some benefit.
And that's Dr. Todd Levine, Medical Director of Neurology and at Honor Health, I should say, says clinical trials around the drug are limited and will require continuous study around efficacy and side effects. At this point, it's expected to be used only on patients in the early stages of Alzheimer's. If you are eligible for a monthly child tax credit, expect to hear from the IRS soon. More than 36 million families are going to get a letter in the mail telling them they will be receiving checks starting next month. It's all based on 2019 and 2020 tax returns, and those who use the non-filers tool on the IRS website to register for a stimulus check, if they're distributed effectively, the $300 monthly payments are projected to lift millions of children out of poverty, or try to.
Tracking your most accurate forecast on this Wednesday morning, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. We're back to the 100s after a brief break, at least yesterday, with a high of 99. Today, we'll be starting off with temperatures in the mid-80s at 8, 90s by noon, and our anticipated high will be 1 degree above this at 3. At that time, it'll be 102. Red flag warning still in effect for northwest Arizona today because of the high winds, low humidity, and dry fuels. And speaking of those temperatures, it's going to be hot once again with highs in the 70s up in Flagstaff, one of the cooler spots. 80s along the rim, central part of the state, lower 90s there in Sedona, and back in the 100s from the valley to the west. And it gets even hotter for the next 7 days. 102 though on Thursday, but by Friday and beyond, Look at that, 105 by Friday, 109 Saturday, and for the first time in 2021, we are expecting our first 110-degree readings of the year by Sunday, 112, 113 on Monday, and 115 by Tuesday of next week.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app. Make it a great day.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.